his hands during a fireworks accident on Wednesday. According to our Adam Schefter, his right index finger was amputated. And according to our Ed Warder, he also fractured his right thumb. The thumb is expected to take longer to heal than the wound from the amputated finger. JPP is not the only player who had a fireworks mishap. The Bucs' C.J. Wilson also lost 2 fingers over the holiday weekend. Unfortunate news. Gentlemen, what is your take on this JPP situation?
It's just a bad situation. You know, NFL players know there's certain things we probably shouldn't do. But
is fireworks one of them, though? Do you put that in that category of riding motorcycles?
Now it for sure is.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a ton of things we do as players that, you know, we do all the time. You know, he might have been a guy that did fireworks for X amount of years. You know, did it every year. There was never a problem. It just so happens the one year that for him you really don't want to make it a problem, and you're, you know, still kind of his contract year going through the franchise tag was this year, and now you're sitting there where, you know, we don't know exactly what, if his whole finger was amputated, but now you have a fractured thumb. It's going to take longer to get back, but I think he's kind of maneuvering in the right direction as far as now he's focused on what's best for my career. You know, he felt it was best that when the Giants came, no, you can't see me. I don't want you to throw me on this list, you know, the non-football related injury list, and I don't get paid. So, you know, now I think for him is getting past the stupid incident and trying to get to, you know, what's best for me career-wise.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, for him right now, you have to be smart professionally. And the Giants own his right because they gave him a franchise tag, but he hasn't signed anything, so he's not under contract, so he doesn't have to let them see his thumb or his hands or anything.
They could pull that tag, too.
Exactly. And for him, if they do pull the tag, okay, now I'm an unrestricted free agent. I can shop myself to other teams. I can go show them my injury, show them when I'll be back, when I'll be ready to go. And now I can kind of get to where I wanted to get in the beginning of the offseason, is to be a free agent. That's where everybody wants to be if you can't sign that long-term deal that you want with your team. So for him, the worst of the worst, if they pull the tag, then I'll be a free agent. I'll be able to go to wherever I want in the NFL.
I know it's going to sound crazy to say this, but he was kind of fortunate, wasn't he? Because this could have been a lot worse.
Definitely.
So if you're him, you're kind of thanking your lucky stars that this was the case, that it was just this. And I know it sounds crazy to say you just lost a finger and you just fractured your thumb. But obviously it could have been worse and then really kind of hampered his career moving forward. It could have been career threatening. Luckily it's not going to be. And according to our Adam Schefter, you know, his sources say he'll be back on the field, you know, pretty soon here. Well, you know, once the thumb recovers.
Yeah.
But if you're the Giants, you're in a tough spot.
That's what I was going to say. What do the Giants do now?
You got to keep him with that tag. Like, you can't remove that tag because there are going to be teams lined around the block to sign him.
If you could get after the quarterback, everybody wants you.
Yeah.
And, you know, for the Giants now, it's
sit and wait.
But if we sit and wait now, what happens next time we franchise a guy and something goes wrong, or we have another guy in a situation? You know, it might not be JPP, but he might be a guy that's just important. You know, a young guy like Odell Beckham, let's say he gets in something, and he's already showed a lot of promise in this league. Do you want to, you know, set a precedence that, you know, if you're talented enough, you know, you can kind of do what you want and we'll wait. And, you know, being in on a team like New England, you see different things. You see guys getting in trouble, got different things, and you see guys just gone.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
well, you had a running back who overslept one day and then didn't play again.
And that's what it is, you know. The Patriot way is
win.
That's what
But Gronk is doing party cruises.
He's a different story. That party bus told everything.
I don't want to put you in a bad spot.
That did get an invite to the party bus. So
no, I'm gonna get my way on that cruise ship, you know. But as far as we know with Gronk, he just has a good time. You know, it's never any incidents.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
He's not hurt, so from his partying.
Get into that subject though with these incidents, like say it's Brady with the cliff diving. Obviously, you get to live your normal lives, but you're signing these contracts with these teams, getting paid millions of dollars. How is that as a player? Do you say, all right, I'm going to sacrifice, I'm not going to participate in X activities, and is fireworks one of them?
I think some activities, but you know, I think it's hard for some guys that have been doing some things their whole life. You know, how do you just say?
Give me an example. What's something you're going to say?
Me, like I wouldn't get on a motorcycle.
Okay.
I just, you know.
Would you have if you didn't play in the NFL?
There's a chance, I would try it.
I'm not cliff diving. I can't swim. Unless someone's waiting in the water to bring me to the side.
You're not going to be surfing with Mariota? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, if he teaches me how to ride a surfboard, I may go out there. That seems like a lot of fun. But you know, once he gets his contract signed and everything's all cool, maybe we'll take a trip to Hawaii and learn how to ride some surfboard.
Yeah, no skydiving then? No skydiving?
See, I would skydive.
Yeah.
I would do that now, though.
Please,
like, I want to wait.
Money.
You think so?
Yes, keep your money in your pockets.
So
no
you've done
skydiving. No, none of that. We're seeing what's happening.
No,
Please, stay healthy.
I mean, Tom Brady jumped off a cliff and he won a Super Bowl, so maybe that is the key. Hey, I'm just saying, live on the edge a little.
Don't get him going on Tom Brady, man. Well,
Don't worry, we got time. We got a lot of time to talk about.
I want to talk more about Gronk's cruise. Like, I think that's what we need to have.
I think that might be the
No,
go-to.
let's talk about JPP and the Giants. What did the Giants do here at this point? What would you do? Do you keep him? I mean, because here's the only issue, right? Grabbing players. He can still rush the passer, but I mean, with the amputated finger.
Without a doubt, you keep him. I mean, we had a defensive lineman, Rapati, who played 2 years straight, broke his hand in preseason, was still able to play, and the first year had the best year of his career. So, I mean, a fractured thumb, that's going to heal. He's going to be ready to go. So, without a doubt, you keep him. You wait for him to get healthy. And like Schefter said, it doesn't expect to be a long time, so you just have to wait. And who knows, he might not even been showing up for training camp anyway, being that he hadn't signed his franchise tag. So, you may not be missing out. You just have to hope he gets healthy and he's able to get his strength back and be ready to go when the season starts.
And I have seen some people say it was silly that he didn't sign it, but he was holding out for a max contract.
Yeah.
Can you blame the guy in terms of wanting security?
Yeah,
You know, he was going to get the 14.
Without a doubt.
He had a great season and all of that. No skydiving for either of you, everybody.
I gotta try.
On the field.
It
No,
looks fun.
after you retire, you have plenty of time.
I might be
Cliff
too- I
dive,
might be too old by then.
skydive,
George is right.
fireworks, whatever you want to do. Surf, but for now, no, that's it. All right, but we're talking about another New York team. Last year, J.J. Watt was the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year and the first player in NFL history to record 2 seasons with more than 20 sacks. How about them apples? And let's not forget what the man did on the scoreboard. 5 TDs and a safety. So now he's been voted as the #1 player in NFL.com's top 100 players voted on by the players themselves. J.J. Watt finished ahead of Aaron Rodgers at 2, Tom Brady 3rd, DeMarco Murray 4th, and Peyton Manning in 5th. Is J.J. Watt the best player in the NFL? Devin, you want to go first?
Bring in the defense. It's about time. Defense wins championships. It's about time we get
That's
a
not
defensive
cliche.
player and not a quarterback at that #1 spot. I mean, the guy scored touchdowns. He had sacks. He recovered fumbles,
Did it on both
interceptions,
sides.
batted the ball down. I mean, clearly to me, I thought he dominated the game from a defensive tackle position. That's hard, you know, and I think he deserves that #1 spot. And the players vote and all that, I'm not going to lie. A lot of players, we just write names in there. We really don't
You just
care.
pick your boys?
It's like,
You're like, we went
hey,
to college together.
like I'll go in there, I'll be like, oh, 20 New England Patriots. And that's what I'll write down there.
So we
But
shouldn't trust the list?
give or take.
That's
But I do think J.J. Watt, I do think he
Are you
was the
saying
best
that
player.
because you should have been on the list and you weren't? I'm even going to say you should have been on the
You
list.
weren't on the top 100?
No.
What? But I guess that's a debate for another day. And
We can debate it if you want.
I agree. J.J. Watt, I mean, playing against a guy twice a year, we played him down in Houston. He got a sack fumble, picked up the ball, got pushed out of bounds. They ran the ball. They got down by the goal line. They subbed him in. He subbed in as a tight end and scored a touchdown. When you're on the sideline and you watch a guy do all of that to impact his team, he was the #1 player last year. I mean, 20 sacks.
You watched him take the selfie, too, on the field. That was pretty cool.
And that's another
He
debate.
caught more touchdowns than the whole Chiefs squad, right?
Yeah,
Than their
the
receivers.
The receiving
Right?
squad, yeah.
That's impressive.
Listen, he's great. He is the best defensive player in the league right now. Him and Revis, I would say. I probably would have Revis personally.
I hear a butt coming.
But I'm going to channel my inner Stephen A. Smith right now and say, what about that bad man, Aaron Rodgers? How can you do that man dirty? Listen, the quarterback position, I know you guys are defensive guys, is by far the most important position. It's why even average guys are making big bucks at that position. True. So he is the best quarterback in the league at the most important position. It is a travesty that Aaron Rodgers is not
He
#1.
went full Stephen A. on us.
A ludicrous.
He's #2. #2 is good enough. But like Dev said, it's about time defensive guys start getting credit. And
Look how the Super Bowl ended. Defensive play.
Yeah, your boy
I'm just
Malcolm
saying.
Butler.
Malcolm Butler.
And you can't. J.J. Watt has been dominant.
Yeah, but you know what? Aaron Rodgers hits the wide receiver there.
No time, defense.
Come on. I know you don't want to take a shot at Russell.
Interception, game over.
But
That's all.
Aaron
I know.
Rodgers throws a touchdown there.
Or they run the ball. Who knows?
Right.
We're not
Maybe
rewriting
we stop the
history.
run.
Or he throws it incomplete.
But
Never stop
you
the
guys
run.
know, I want to just mention this really quick. It's a cool story. You guys know another guy in that defense really well, Brian Cushing. So when you're in high school, North Jersey, right? 6 potential NFL players,
Yeah.
and were in that game, right?
Who
So it was
would have thought?
Yeah.
Bergen Catholic, Montville. Who are some of the guys?
St. Joe's, Montville.
Yeah.
Ourselves, Brian Cushion, Jim Dre, tight end, Junior Gillette, defensive end was on our team, and also wide receiver Isaiah Williams. So there was a ton of talent. You know,
So you still look out for those guys.
Cushion had the best game that game.
He had
too.
5 touchdowns.
I hate that.
We won't speak
All
about
right, we got to leave that story there though. But George, thanks so much for being with us here.
Great.
You are the vet. Thanks for putting up with.
These guys are pros. You're
Yes,
a pro.
please.
Yeah, I'm not the
First
vet around here.
day.
Come on.
First day, we appreciate
She acts like
it.
she's not a vet.
She's a pro.
Yeah.
Get outta
I'm a
here.
rookie and a vet, all right, just like Drake. After the break, the McCourty twins will answer some hard-hitting questions. Stay tuned. First Take rolls on. Let's start with you. What's your greatest Gronk story?
Greatest Gronk story has to be we play Green Bay. We fly straight to San Diego. So we're in San Diego for the whole week. So a bunch of us decided we're going to rent a bus and drive down to L.A.
Why wouldn't you?
You know, Tuesday was an off day. We drove down there Monday. So we're in the club, and Gronk is in there doing his dance moves. So, you know, quite
Don't do
naturally,
that again.
we're all looking like, what are you doing? And he was all in like, these are my best dance moves. I'm one of the best dancers I've ever seen. Going crazy. It was ridiculous.
And it was terrible. Did that set up him getting his own party bus?
It might be. I think
Right?
that
That's
took
what
his
happened?
dancing to the next level.
All right. Let's go to you here, Jason. Who wins in a game of one-on-one?
That's easily me. You know, we both high school basketball players. I was the first team all county
one-trick
player.
ponies over here.
You know, he was the second team all county player.
Then all you asked was who was going to win one-on-one. It would be me.
But
we don't want to hear your
We have a court back here.
I know. Last time we were here, Doug Gottlieb challenged us.
Okay.
And, you know, he was a college basketball player,
Yeah.
so that might be a step out of our league. But Dev,
We go 2-on-1 against them.
Okay. I can't challenge you, but this one I might be able to answer. No, who was the bigger ladies' man growing up?
Oh, that was me.
I mean,
That's easy.
I was the one who was always with a girlfriend. Dev was always the one tagging behind, pulling on my coattails.
Everyone knows the guy that's always with
Maybe
the
he just
girlfriend.
wanted to be single.
The guy always with the girlfriend is the guy. He can't get a lot of girls, so he takes
Oh.
it. He has to do what he has to do.
He's a relationship man.
He finally tricked the girl into saying yes to him. So yeah.
I can't get real answers from either of you. All right, what's your most memorable brother fight or battle?
I know this one because I won. We were outside. Someone gave us boxing gloves, and
Do either of you ever lose?
I punched him.
He won that one.
He ran in the house
He won
crying. We got in trouble for it though because we're never allowed to fight in public growing
Mom
up.
Okay.
wins the fight at the end.
Smart. You got to keep that.
He won that one.
Keep that business out of the streets, right? How many times have you guys pretended to be each other?
Man, I actually answered his draft day call. He was in the bathroom, and I was speaking to Mr. Kraft, talking to him on the phone. As soon as they
Stop
put
it.
Belichick on, I ran to the bathroom and threw the phone to Dev. Like, hey, you talk to him. So,
You
yeah.
did not do craft like that.
And I still don't know. If
Well,
Kraft knows.
Bill thought it was you at the first Super Bowl I played in, so he
Stop it.
thought I was Jason. Which
Thank you guys so much for coming here and hanging out today. It was a lot of fun.
No, we
That
had a
was awesome.
blast.
Thanks
We
for having
appreciate
us.
it. And thank you guys for hanging with us. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here.